Okay, go.
G'day, PPC Savvy members. Good to have you. You're in for a massive treat today. I've got with me Gideon Shalwick. I've known Gids for 8 years, we've just worked out. From around the traps, we've spoken at the same events a number of times. We've got a number of mutual friends in the industry. I think that's how we first met, through Yarrow, I believe. But Gids is the video master. He's been doing video in one form or another that I've seen on the outside. Correct me if I get this wrong, but I've seen you do a ton of different stuff, lots and lots in teaching, a really, really good teacher. But what we're going to dig into today is Gids' latest software product called VeeRoll. I'll let Gideon explain the huge benefits of that in a moment as we go, and he's going to demonstrate it for us and show us some of the more advanced use of VeeRoll, which I'm really looking forward to because we now use this in the agency. I highly recommend that you use it for the YouTube advertising that I know you're already running and starting to run, or thinking about starting in the very, very near future. In the next 30, 45, 60 minutes, you'll be hanging to go run some YouTube stuff and grab yourself a copy of VeeRoll. I'm sure Gids will give us a good deal on that later on. We'll talk about that later. Let's first of all dig into the product, see the amazing stuff that it does, and welcome Gideon. Hello, mate. How are you?
Hey, Mike. I'm good. Thanks for having me, man. It's astonishing that we've known each other for 8 years, and we're still hanging out.
I know, both overnight successes, aren't we? 8 years in the making.
Absolutely, yeah, and working 16-hour days so that we can make money while we sleep, right?
Something like that. I've kind of over the 16-hour day bit now, but
right, yeah.
Kids, you can't be doing that anymore. But here I am on a public holiday. It is a public holiday in Melbourne.
Sorry, I didn't even know.
Yeah. So, well, it's nice. It's nice and quiet in the office, and no one else around. So I thought I'd just pop in, record this, and then go back for tea.
Beautiful.
In that nice?
Well,
so what you got for us?
Well, I've got some pretty cool stuff. I have the VeeRoll platform that we've been developing. We got the idea for it I got the idea for it March last year. Then I teamed up with some really clever folks in Singapore to help me with the development. And within a month, we had our first prototype. In June last year, we launched our first release at VidCon, and it's just been an awesome ride. This year, we really started the promotional engine for it, and it's going really well. But the thing that excites me most about it, Mike, is that our customers are getting results, and our customers are sending us, things back, their case studies back, saying, hey, this is awesome, we're getting great results. And to me personally, coming from a information marketing background, it's tremendous because now we're promoting something that actually gives people a result as opposed to just a promise of a result.
Which pretty important if you want to maintain your reputation and be in this game for a long time.
Well, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with information marketing as such, obviously, but we just really enjoy being able to create software that really helps people and helps people get a result. So yeah, really good. Really looking forward to sharing it with everyone today.
Awesome. All right. So what is VeeRoll? Why would we use it?
So VeeRoll is a platform that you use to help you with running or creating and running YouTube video ads. So we basically found 3 pain points in the market for whether you're a newbie to paid advertising, or if you're an existing AdWords user, for example. There are 3 pain points. And we still see this at the moment. We'll see it in a big way. And you'll know this when you watch YouTube. The first thing is with the targeting. When you go to YouTube at the moment and you just go and watch videos, every now and then, or pretty much all the time, you see a random ad being shown to you. And like 90% of the time you go, what the heck, why are they showing me this ad? It is completely irrelevant to my interests. Obviously, in those cases, the advertisers are getting it wrong. So what do people do? They just click on the skip button and that advertiser don't get the attention that they deserve. So that's the first thing we've solved is with the targeting. And with us, we only focus on in-stream video ads at the moment. But that's certainly where we found that it's the lowest hanging fruit. And so helping people find those exact videos to be in front of, the right videos, so that you don't get the majority of people clicking the skip button, but the majority actually goes ahead and watches your video ad and and clicks on it and goes to your website. Funny story, and I might show the result with you later on. Just about 3 weeks ago, our company record for a click-through rate, this is now clicks over views,
Yep.
we're around 145%.
That's pretty good.
Right.
Anytime you get over 100%, you're doing pretty well.
Right. And we can dig into that. And then my wife, she starts using it because she got sick of me focusing too much on VeeRoll and not giving her enough attention on the other business that I've got, Splashio. She goes, okay, I'm just going to run this thing myself. And she goes out and gets a freaking, I'll show you, I think it's 265% click-through rate. I'm just going, what the heck? So she did a great job with that.
Has she fired you yet? Now that she's the CEO?
Yeah, she's pretty much, she's running the other company. So I think I might be fired for that one. But that was the first thing we figured out, is the targeting. The second big pain point is with the video production side. If you want to run a in-stream video ad, you need a video. Yeah. And it's a pain in the backside to create these videos. So we basically created a systemized way with templates to create these videos. So really the only thing you've got to do is type in some text, 5 lines of text, maybe upload an image or 2, hit submit, and your job for the video creation part of it is done. And
fantastic.
Yeah, and these results that I'll show you are using the templates for those results as well. And the third thing is the campaign builder. We found that especially people new to the interface and new to AdWords in general, they just get completely lost with all the different settings. So we created a very simple campaign builder that just automates it in a big way, gets rid of all the clunky stuff that you don't really need to look at. And we have a few of the optimized settings already built in, so that for you as a new user, you can just go and use it and get your campaign up and running real quick.
Excellent.
Yeah, so those are the 3 things that currently VeeRoll is focusing on to help people with. It's been a blast.
I didn't know. You gave me an account a little while ago. I had a little play. I didn't realize that it did all of that. So apologies that I obviously didn't have a proper play with the tool. I assumed it was really just the targeting. So there you go. I've been missing 2/3 of the package, and I already think it's brilliant. So I'm excited to see what you got for us, because I'm going to be taking notes and learning new stuff as well now today. This is good.
Oh yeah, the targeting is a relatively small part of it, but a very important part. And it's part of it is about the automation and being able to find your target placements really quickly. But the other part of it is finding the right placements. So
by that, do you mean placements that you can put an in-stream in front of?
Correct, yes. So there's 2 kinds of placements. I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways you can target on YouTube ads, right? And I don't want to tell you guys how to suck eggs, because you're probably way more experienced than I am.
So yeah, we've certainly got some very, very experienced people in the forum. But we also have a number of people that are very new to YouTube. So by all means, give us the broad brushstrokes over the beginner piece, and then we can dig into a bit more detail.
All right. So with YouTube video ads, there's a bunch of different ways you can target people, right? So similar to AdWords, you can target by keywords. You can target by, I think, interest groups and topics. Remarketing is a pretty cool one too, that we can talk about today. The platform, we don't do stuff there yet, but that is really cool to talk about. And then video placements, video or channel placements. And so we pretty much ignore everything except for remarketing. We do remarketing as well, but we ignore all the targeting options and just go for placements. And the placement, all that means is basically a video or group of videos, or a channel or a group of channels that you can show your video ad in front of, given that those videos are monetized, or that you're allowed to show ads in front of them. So that's the placement thing. And so that's what the first part of the tool helps you to do. So I'm not sure if you want me to show people how we use that.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at that. Because so I mentioned to you just before we jumped on, Andy Frayne from the UK did some training with us a couple of months ago. Now he has a hugely manual system for doing this, although I believe he's actually changed that since he's played with VeeRoll. So he may have changed his mind on that. But he was having a team of people in the Philippines trawl through these placements manually, watching them, looking at some of the geeky code behind that placement, and trying to discern which of the 100 target placements might actually allow you to have in stream, and manually going through 100 videos in this huge spreadsheet. It was crazy. I'm guessing that your software is going to do that in a few seconds.
Yeah, it certainly shortcuts the process tremendously. We do have some limitations with the YouTube terms of service, and we're a YouTube certified company, and it's our number one priority to make sure we're 100% on the ball with YouTube. So that's one thing really important for us. So let me show you how easy it is to do these find these video and channel placements, and we can go into more ninja stuff as well. So I can show you some general simple stuff that we use it for, but there's also more ninja stuff for those more advanced users if you're keen, Mike.
Yeah, we want some ninja. We like ninja.
All right, cool. All right, so this is the platform here, and Mike, you'll be able to see that on your side as well. When you log in first time, this is the sort of thing you'll see. I might just point out the quick start guide. That's really worth going through. You click on that, that'll just open up the quick start guide for you. It saves you a ton of time. But after today, you should have a really good feel for how things work as well. But normally the first thing we do is we go to the target menu here, and then straight to the keyword search tool. It's kind of like a shortcut. And we're constantly improving the tool as well, so it gets better and better by the week. Actually, how about Mike? We use an example for.
Sure.
What do you reckon? What do you have any ideas?
You want me to throw one? Yeah. Let's go baseball training.
Now that's one I haven't tried yet, so it'll be interesting. All right, so let's have a look. So baseball. So what we do is for the keyword search tool. Notice that it's not called a keyword research tool. It's more of a keyword search tool, and you'll see what I mean in a second. If I go ahead and type in baseball in here and hit.
So I presume you keep this a little bit like using, say, the keyword tool in AdWords, where you're starting with a fairly broad, probably one or maybe two word term. Would that be right?
Yeah, that's right. With the keyword search tool, it is important to go more broad, because then it provides you with more specific keyword suggestions. And we're just grabbing these straight from YouTube. So and that's what's really cool about this tool. If you look at the actual results we're getting here, these are keyword phrases that YouTube's giving us and saying, hey, this is what people are actually searching for on YouTube. And as you can see there's actually a ton that comes up for baseball. It's a pretty popular keyword phrase.
And this is just by alpha, by the look of it. Yeah, it's not sorted by popularity or anything at this point.
Not yet, but I wonder, Mike, if we could drill down even a little bit further, because there's so many results.
So maybe training?
Baseball training, okay. So if I hit baseball training, it should have a shorter list. Yes, and it does. Okay, so now what we can do is, well, let me just first show you how this works. If I go to YouTube and I type in something like baseball, well, let's just use baseball for the example. See how it comes up with a bunch of different results there, right? Different suggestions. So you can go through the alphabet now and get more suggestions. So baseball A, baseball B, etc. That's like, everybody should know that trick. So that's all we're really doing here. We're going through the alphabet and pulling all those keywords, and that YouTube's saying, hey, this is what people are searching for. So if you're going to be targeting these keyword phrases, without a doubt that people are actually searching for it. So in our case, we're using baseball training as the keyword phrase. And now I'm going to click on this little green button.
It's green, that one. Yeah.
The green one. And what it's done is it goes through all of these keyword phrases and looks on YouTube and says, okay, find me the top 20 just look at the top 20 videos and how many views each of those, all of those top 20 videos are getting, to give me an indication of the popularity of these keywords.
Excellent.
So now I can, if I hit this column at the top, it'll sort them by most popular to least popular. And as you can see there, the top one there is actually baseball training. So there's the top 20 videos for that keyword phrase is getting like 20 million views.
And what time frame is that?
That's over all time.
All time?
Yeah, so that's just for the top 20 on YouTube for that particular keyword phrase.
Gotcha.
The second one down, baseball training videos, pretty cool phrase actually. So there's about 9 million. That's got about 9 million views for that, for the top 20 videos. Anyway, that just gives you an indication of popularity. That's really the only way we use it, and to sort it like this. Because now you can go through this list and say, all right, which of these ones by popularity relate most to my landing page, to my campaign that I want to run. And from there, you can then start building your placement lists. your video placement lists.
So would you normally pick just one of these to start, or would you dive into a few of them?
We normally do 10 for the first
Okay.
go. So it depends a bit on how big the market is that you're targeting, and also your budget. But I mean, you could probably start with 5 keyword phrases of 240 links for each, and that should probably
Yep.
give you plenty to just to run as a test.
Okay.
But if and you guys might know this, but you're limited to only 10 targeting groups
Yep.
in AdWords
Per campaign.
per campaign.
At this point, big changes coming there
Okay.
in June.
And I know Google, depending on their mood, they change things around as well, other than the interface, but also how many placements you can load, for example.
Oh, right.
We started
Okay.
off with 500 per keyword phrase. Then randomly they changed it, and we weren't sure why, and we had to bring it down to 240, which is still heaps, trust me.
Yeah.
But sounds like they're kind of back to a higher number again. So we'll just respond to that whenever, depending on their mood.
Okay.
But anyway, so yes, so
All right.
yeah.
So do you want me? What would you pick on here? Like, I think drills, of those top 5, drills is for the site I have in mind.
Yeah.
Drills is probably the closest or more specific one.
Okay.
Rather than say camp, which is obviously a physical
All right.
thing that people would be going to. So
shall I?
drills, workouts. Yeah, go on.
Shall we? Let's pick a few just to help with the example. So let's go for the baseball training one, because it's quite a popular one, and you can always pause the whole target if it's if it's too general, or pause individual videos, video placements if they don't perform well for you. So
Gotcha.
let's build this first one.
Are you looking at numbers? Like what sort of size are you hoping to see in that top 20 view column? Like, what's too big, what's too small in your experience in terms of working well? Like, just a rough range. You know how we all like to have
it's a tough
actual
one.
numbers.
It's a tough one because at the moment we don't have an indicator for current audience size. So we just give a historical number of views that those top videos had, for all time. So
Yeah, so it could be all 3 years ago for one of those videos in there that has 19 of these 20 million views, and it skews the numbers for you. Yeah, right.
If the algorithm is working well, those it should be listing the freshest and most relevant videos that are getting current views. But obviously there's sometimes different results that creep in depending on the keyword phrase. So we don't really basically we just go and find those keywords that we get from YouTube, and then we run the campaign and see what happens. And if
Is there a number that's too small for you to bother running a campaign?
probably in the thousands, it'll be too small. And
okay.
what,
so you're happy with hundreds of thousands, say?
Yeah,
just as an example.
I mean, what'll happen is when you do the search, if your keyword long tail, it won't actually show any results, or it might just show one result. And perhaps let me just show you what that looks like. So let's just cancel this one, and we can come back to this in a sec. So if I do baseball training for Mike Rhodes, for example, that's maybe there's only one video that exists like that. I'm not sure if anybody's searching for that, but let's see. So what this is saying is only one result comes up, and basically saying that nobody's searching for that particular keyword phrase. But
I'm heartbroken.
But we do show, you can still grab the first 240 videos that rank for that keyword phrase.
Right.
But so it does limit you there in that sense. So it's a natural limitation to naturally help you.
Idiot-proof. I love it.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. So let's go back to this one. I'm sure you'll be fine. So I'm going to click the green button again, and let's just sort that again. And so it actually looks like we've got a slightly different results here, and it changes as well depending on what we get from YouTube. Well, let's just build these, a few lists. So let's do this one. So what we just did there, we just grabbed the first 240 links that come up for that particular keyword phrase on YouTube. So that's saved. So you like the drills one, so I'll grab that one as well. And voila, those ones are saved. Let's get 2 or 3 more. What about the baseball training workouts? Is that a good one?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, right, so let's try that. Save. And we've done 3. Let's do 2. The camp one, maybe not as much. Training for youth, what do you reckon?
Yeah, great.
Is that a good one? All right.
And then baseball training pitching, a couple down from there. That looks good.
Okay, we'll do the pitching one as well. All right, there we go. There's the pitching one. All right, so we've just done 5. So 5 times 240 is about, what is that? Just over 1,000.
1,200-ish.
1,200-ish, yeah. Links that we just found in a matter of minutes. And you can check them out now if you wanted to. We don't really use this view too much, and we're updating the to reflect that tools on this. It just gives you a list of all the ones you found. You know, for example, if I click on this one at the moment, you can see the actual videos in there, which is pretty cool.
Nice interface. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. So there's a few improvements we'll make to this that'll make it even more cool.
Just on your back one there, just go down to the bottom there and delete that bottom one. You've obviously been.
Yeah, the dog training one. So I've just left that in there. Otherwise,
okay.
But we can delete it. So that, yeah, you can delete list here as well if you want. So I'll delete that one just for the example.
What a beautiful interface. Love it.
Yeah, it's the team has done a fantastic job. They are really switched on. So I'm so pleased with them. Okay, so we've got our targets. You know, in terms of the targeting phase, we've done a big chunk towards the targeting. There's a bit more we can do to help with optimizing it further, but we can touch on that in a second. What do you reckon? Did you have any questions so far for that?
No, that's okay. So far so good. Right. Because even I'm following.
Okay. Because there are some ninja things you can do, and I'm not sure if you want me to talk about that now or maybe afterwards. So do the ninja one. Okay. Well, ninja is, you know, it's dependent on how ninja your audience is. So this might be.
They're pretty good.
Maybe this is white belt for the ninjas on this call. But there are some pretty cool little features that makes it even more powerful. So let me just go back to the keyword search tool. If you do want to go more granular or, you know, do a few more special things.
We're still seeing you at the moment on the video.
Oh, of course. Let me just flick back. Thank you for that. There we go. So baseball training. So we'll do that same one again. Not baseball training. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. So, and I might as well sort them again because that's quite useful. So let's try this baseball training one again. So if you want to, you can click on this little advanced button here. And here you can do now either just a normal video search and, you know, dig in more. I might do this on a new tab. And while that loads, I'll do a channel search as well, which is pretty cool. Let me show you the channel one first.
Okay.
Now, what's cool about the channel one is that it goes and finds all the channels on YouTube that come up for this particular keyword phrase. So this is really useful.
Hang on a minute. This is impossible to get in the interface, isn't it?
On the YouTube interface, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because this is showing you, you're not searching by keyword. It's looking through that top 240. Looking at all of the individual channels that those videos are from, and then pulling data about just those. That's gold.
Yeah, it's gold.
All right.
And you'll like the next bit even more, Mike. And you know, it's actually something that I just wanted to get built for myself, but it made sense to include it also here in VeeRoll. Once you've got this list of videos, and you can do as many as you want. I think it just spits out the top 100. On the bottom, there's this little magic little link there that. It's kind of, you know, for the extra ninja users. If you want to get another 100, the next 100, you can click on that. But from here now, you can do all sorts of things. You can sort. This is a really powerful one. You can sort by number of subscribers, and there's no way you can do this in YouTube at the moment. So what this does is, you know, if you're new to an industry, you can very quickly find the top channels for any particular industry on YouTube. So in this case, you know, we've got a more. You might want to go more general, like just baseball. In fact, let's do that because then, you know, we'll probably get slightly better results for this channel search in particular. So let's see. It'll take a while to load.
Yeah, okay, because the training part of that is ranking other stuff and confusing the data a little bit.
Right, that's right. And you know, we want to get the channels that are just maybe just ranking for baseball and see who the biggest players are in baseball in general. So I've just done a search here. So. It's interesting. You get mixed results because YouTube, you know, they rank channels and videos quite differently nowadays. But anyway, you can see at least by number of subscribers who the biggest players are. So in this case, this guy comes up number one. He's only got 25,000 subscribers. I'm not sure what's happening there, why it's not showing views or videos. But the next one, for example, he's got 20,000 subscribers, 5 million views, etc. And it'll change depending on the different keyword phrase that you use. But then from here, you can either go just individual channels and just save them as a target, or just grab all of them and save them as a target. You can also, if you find a really cool channel, maybe this, I don't know, Wilson Baseball one, if they do monetize their videos, you can go and say, all right, they are monetizing their videos. Let's go all the individual videos from that channel. So they've got 88. So if I go extract videos here, I can go and find all the videos just on that channel that I can run my ads in front of. So obviously you can run it just on the channel as a target and then see how that channel performs as a whole. But you can also then have a target group that you maybe just use as, to see how each individual video performs within the channel. And then, because obviously in a channel...
So the benefit here is more granular data once you start running your campaigns. If you only target the channel, then you're going to get basically a line item for that channel that gives you the stats for that channel.
Correct.
The extract videos is going to basically break that out into whichever of the 88 that we're allowed to show in stream in front of. We're going to get a line for each video and therefore be able to exclude ones that don't work as well.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
That's a really neat little feature that especially for the more advanced users to do that. Really nice little one. There's other things too that you can do. You can sort by views, videos uploaded, and this sort of thing. I'm going to flick over to the video search one, and here you get slightly more details and a bit more control over these results. For example, you can sort by views, likes, dislikes, comments, last updated. For example, if you want to just get the freshest videos, you can do by last updated, and it'll sort it by most recent. If you want to get something by, if you want to see like which video has a lot of engagement, you go by comments. Like this one has like 608 comments. So it gives you a picture of the engagement for that particular video. Likes, dislikes, same kind of deal. Maybe you want to do the negative kind of thing and just go for dislikes,
And how do you use that other than just finding, you're sort of making the assumption that the ones with lots of engagement are a bit more evergreen, are likely to sort of hang around in the YouTube system a bit longer and therefore good to target? Or
yeah, well, the ones with engagement, that they're the ones that people are sharing and they care about. So if you can get in front of that audience who are a caring and sharing and engaged audience, the chances are, given that it's relevant, that they'll also engage more with your ad, and so it helps you get better results from your campaign as well, and as an end result. Yeah. So a few more ninja stuff. We don't use that as much, but I mean, as you progress and you get more advanced, it's nice to have extra tools. And once again, for people, we're just about to add another little feedback little button in the site. So anybody who uses the platform, we love hearing from you, and we if we get enough people asking for the same feature, we just go ahead and build that to help our users.
Awesome.
Any other questions there, Mike, for that before I move on to the next thing?
No, all good. That's lovely.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay, so for the next bit, that sounds like you haven't even tried it out, Mike. And
no, it's shocking, isn't it?
You have to put your hand out so I can give it a slap or something.
I'm going to get someone on here that actually knows what they're doing.
Well, so this is the second.
At least I'm honest.
Good on you. So the second pain point that we really wanted to solve for people is the video creation thing. And let me just make a point here. I'll even just flick back to my face here. So, I've done video marketing pretty much, online video marketing pretty much for the last 8 years. Since you've known me, right, Mike, I've been doing the video YouTube thing, right?
Yep.
So the number one issue, and you'll nod your head when I say this, the number one issue for both myself, for anybody that I've trained, for any of my audience, I've built around 150,000 people, current subscribers to my businesses, all in the video space. We ran surveys to these people. The number one thing that always come up as a big pain point is the video production.
I mean, to put that in perspective, right? I bought all the gear.
Yeah.
I've got lights and screen and camera here, which I rarely use.
Yeah.
Very good mates with a couple of very good video guys here in Melbourne, Ryan Spanger, Dave Jennings in particular, Michael Hansen, mate of yours, we know, up there. So I've got access to these guys. We've got the gear, and still it's a perceived hassle for me as an agency to do it. So never mind for me trying to get a client to go jump in front of a video or put together something like I think you're going to show, which is maybe not necessarily piece to camera, but maybe utilizing some existing assets that they have, even if that's just image. It's a massive roadblock for everybody, but particularly small business, never mind agencies.
Yeah, no, that's fully right, Mike. It is a pain in the bum. I've been doing it for ages. I have my own full-time video editor, but still, I don't even use him for our video ads. And what's neat about these templates is that it's particularly good for just getting it out there real quick and seeing results. And if you then still want to go ahead and produce something professional, then go ahead and spend time and money on it.
You can't optimize what you don't ship.
That's it. Absolutely right. In fact, I'm going to show you a little case study that we did way back. So things are even better now, but this is one, I like showing it because it took us by surprise. A template that was worse than it is now. We've learned a lot since then. But I want to show it to you in any case. So if I actually show my slides here, yes. So I've got to find this slide. I think it's this one here. Yeah. So this is a slide that shows a split test that we ran. It's only a small split test, but it's good enough to give you an indication. The top video is a video that actually my co-founder used for another one of his businesses. It's about a minute long, really professionally produced. Took him about 2 weeks to get created externally from a external supplier, and cost about $1,500 to get done professionally. And it's nice animation. I can show you guys the actual video. This one, the bottom one, was created using one of the first templates that we launched with. It's only about 30 seconds long, took less than a day, and maybe, I don't know, cost less than $10. Now, look at what happened here. Both promoting the same business. The top one, they both got pretty much the same number of views, to keep the split test kind of even. But look at the website clicks. The top one that was like super expensive, 39 clicks. Bottom one, 131 clicks. So like a 4 times increase in clicks, which is what you want as an advertiser,
nice.
for the same amount of money. Like both paid about $34, but one got 4 times as many clicks. So that's a pretty cool little result that I just wanted to show you.
Good test. That's a great one.
Yeah. Would you like me to show those actual videos as well, so you get a feel for it?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we got time.
All right. So let me show you. Here it is. Let me just go back to where it is. So I'll show you the one that didn't work very well, but was expensive first. It's about a minute long, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it, Mike. So you'll just have to bear with me. But our audience will be able to hear it. So let me just get that going. You'll be able to see it at least. So here we go.
Videos are the best way to captivate your audience. They are also the fastest growing content online, and it is becoming easier and cheaper to create great videos. There's just one little problem. How do you get more people to watch your great videos? We have good news for you. Tube Tracker will boost your YouTube marketing. With Tube Tracker, you can easily identify opportunities for viewers video when they search in YouTube. You can then adjust the title, description, and all other parameters of your video to make it rank well. Viewers will start flowing to your video. You can also easily find YouTube channels with an audience matching yours and contact them. Tube Tracker automatically tracks your performance ranking and helps you optimize further. And if you prefer that we do all your YouTube marketing for you, you can contact us for a free consultation. Get started with a free account. Tube Tracker, YouTube marketing made easy.
And Mike, I'm not sure if you were able to hear that. Probably not.
No.
Okay.
No.
Don't worry. Everyone else will be able to. Cool. There was just basically a voiceover on that one. And Nice little video, right? You'd think that
Yep, yeah.
it's a good one.
Nicely animated.
Yeah, it should convert, right?
$1,500.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So I'll show you the one that was done with one of our early templates. And for this one, it's less important for you to hear it. Mike, there's a bit of music and some sound effects, but no voiceover. So let me show you that one. Here it is. And I'll just flick over to my slides. Okay, here we go. All right, so you weren't able to hear that as well, Mike. It was just nice and funky music with the text moving on the screen. But those were the two videos, and yeah, we knew that something would happen. We'd get a difference, but we weren't sure which way, and we weren't sure how big.
Yep.
But
you never do you?
Yeah, you never know. Yep.
It's the same with every aspect of AdWords. It doesn't matter how good a marketer you are doing it.
Yeah.
You can have 10 image ads or
Yes.
half a dozen text ads. You never know which one's going to win,
Right.
but the prospect does.
Yes. And
In large enough numbers.
it certainly keeps you humble as well.
Yeah.
You can't have an ego with this stuff.
No, that's it. You fail fast.
Yeah, fail fast. Very, very right. Okay, so let me show you the actual interface for creating these little templates. So we've got about, I don't know, about a dozen in there at the moment. We keep on adding new ones as well. There's about 3 or 4 in the pipeline that we're going to add. That whiteboard one you saw, there's this one here, or a variation of it. This one is more optimized now, but we've got similar ones just with text moving on the screen with an old typewriter, really old computer, modern computer, this sort of stuff, handwriting. We've got ones that are more appropriate for physical products, like e-commerce kind of products.
Okay.
So you just upload your product image in there, or a number of product images. This one here is really cool. So this one here, you can use this for sending people straight to your YouTube subscriber page. And I tested that. It worked pretty well. I got, what happened? I think I doubled my subscription rate overnight.
Wow.
Using this template
And you're not coming off a low base like most of us. Like you knew what you were doing beforehand.
Right. And I was very pleased to see that, because it means that I don't have to, well, it actually makes me really lazy, because it means I don't have to create as much content anymore. I can just run some ads if I've got the dosh and build the subscribers that way, which is really very
powerful.
Yeah, especially if you get lazy like me.
Busy.
Busy,
Lazy.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I know you. You're not a lazy man.
Busy and smart. That
There
would
you
be
go.
a better way of putting it, right?
Leverage.
Yeah. Okay, I like your way of thinking, Mike. Okay, this one here is very similar, but we just use this for driving traffic to, to my website. I can show you guys an example of that as well. It looks really nice. Actually, shall I show you now? Well,
Sure.
actually, let me just show you the interface, and I'll show you the end result.
Gotcha.
If you're running webinars, we've got a couple there. If you're promoting your book, we've got a couple there as well. We've got one loading soon for mobile apps. There's another couple of really cool ones that are coming up as well, if you're just promoting your website and stuff like that. So, but they're all pretty sweet, and we keep on adding stuff. And as I say, if you have a specific, we're happy to hear it and add it to the list and consider that when we create our templates. We're always looking for new ideas. So say, for example, I'm going to use this one for the example. I like that one. It'll start playing automatically. But what you can do now is also select from about 20 different music
Nice.
and just pick one. You select Cockpit is a pretty cool one. And once again, Mike, you won't be able to hear it, but everyone else will be able to. So from there, just hit submit. So you've got your template and your music now, and now you can give it a name, type in your 5 lines of text, and I just want to make a point about this here. If I can flick back to our faces. For you guys, Mike, that are AdWords savvy, you're used to writing, it's 3 lines of text, right, that you get?
Basically,
And is it about 32 characters? How many characters do you get?
Yeah, it's a 25 for a headline and 35 for
Okay.
D1 and D2,
Right.
35 each.
So you should love this then.
Yeah, it's perfect for us.
Yeah.
Like getting a message into not very many
Right.
characters.
Right. And so it's still limited. So what we've got down here is instead of just 3 lines, you get 5 lines and 40 characters for the limited. So for the AdWords users out there, this would be like heaven.
Yeah, that's great.
But you know, we've
And I love the little tooltips, just to
Yeah.
just to make it even easier. What you got there? Grab attention, create intrigue, present your simple solution, make it more awesome for them. Ask for the click. Ask for the click.
Yes.
And you can do that here. You can say click here, and
Yes.
it works.
You can almost say
Unlike
whatever
AdWords.
you can almost say whatever you want at the moment. But yeah,
Yeah.
click. You want to get the click. That is very crucial.
It's great.
Yeah. So type in your text. You upload your little logo for this particular one. Your logo sits at the top left-hand corner, unless you've got the starter program, because then we just use the VeeRoll watermark up there. And if you've got some special instructions, you can type it in there. But basically, just hit submit, and you're done. Oh, and by the way, I mean, this might not be as useful for recent AdWords users, but we do have under our Learn section. If I maybe just open up a new tab there for that, like a quick, not the quick start guide, the script writing guide. Sorry. So we've got a script writing guide there that goes into detail. It's like 20 pages long. That helps you write 5 lines of text of 40 characters each. It's a bit ironic.
Excellent.
But it makes a big difference.
If I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter.
Right. Exactly. So you go ahead, type that in, hit submit, and your job is done. In terms of the video production side of things, you don't have to do anything more. At the moment, it's a manual process for us, so we have people on standby. That goes into the queue. People produce it for you.
I was wondering what the special instructions were. That's for the video builder, so it's not an automated
Not yet.
thing that they're bolting that together. And
that's right.
okay.
So just last Friday, we very pleased to say we had our first prototype of fully automating. It took about 7. I didn't count it, but maybe 5 to 7 minutes all up to get the video created for you and to upload it into YouTube and to put it inside your dashboard, ready to rock for a campaign. So that's coming very soon.
Pretty epic, isn't it?
Yes. So it's coming very, very soon. So I guess I can show you what that kind of video would look like.
Here's an idea for you. I'm sure you've had these thoughts,
Yes.
but the money is in the data. This is a bit of a tangent, and tell me if you don't want to share these thoughts with all of us listening. The money's in the data. So if you sort of got this thing crowdsourced effectively, could you have, at the most basic level, sort by view rate or sort by click-through rate of these different templates, but even be able to say where you have the data of people split testing one of these templates against the other, if the message is very similar, then to be able to say, in 85% of cases, when this was split test against one of our other templates, this one has won, and that sort of stuff, and start to, it looks like my video's died.
That's right. We still see a picture of your face.
Now that's a shame for you. Good old Skype. It's probably because I haven't used it for a little while. Let me come back over here and see if I can give it a nudge
Okay.
from my end. Get out of there.
I can certainly talk a little bit more about the that mic. Yes, that's on the cards, and we do have access to all that data already. So it's just a matter of packaging it into a nice way to show people as well. Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So looks like we've lost your video there, but
Yeah.
is it, do you think it's going to come back, or shall we? Would you like to call back in and see if we can get it back again?
No, I think I can give it a kick.
All right,
like
here we go. I can
this.
see the. Oh yeah, you're back.
There we go.
Okay, beauty.
Just Skype freaking out.
Yeah. So we do have that available. So it's just a matter of time, really. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great. Anything else before I move on, Mike?
No, this is fabulous.
Okay, cool. All right. So yeah. So once it gets done, this is what it looks like. You'll get a, if in your dashboard. If I go to our dashboard, you'll get to say that the video is done, and if you go to the actual dashboard, it'll also be in there to show you it's done with the link and everything. So what it looks like is like this. Let me just get back again. The actual video. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to play that. Unfortunately, Mike, you won't hear this, but everyone else will.
That's cool.
But here we go. Okay, so it kind of just sits there at that kind of a view for for another 10 seconds or so, or 15 seconds. So we ask for the click, basically before the 30 seconds. And if you're wondering how we're getting those higher than 100% click-through rates, this is how we do it. We of course, as you guys will probably know, you only pay for the view if people get to the 30-second mark. So if they happen to click on your ad before the 30-second mark, you get that click and the view for free, which is good, right?
We like that. We like free.
So yeah, the best we've had is from my wife. I think it was 265% click-through rate. This particular video, we got the best we've had so far is about 145% click-through rate. Now, for you guys that are ninja out there, you will have noticed this, that AdWords for YouTube or AdWords for video measures the click-through rate a little bit different. They measure it as clicks over impressions, which doesn't make any sense to me.
No, agreed.
Because you're interested in the clicks.
Should be clicks over views.
You want to figure out the cost per click in the end. But perhaps this will be an update in the future. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So
I'll let you know in about 4 weeks.
Great. So that's the video creation part of it. And as I said, we keep on adding new templates, and getting advice from users as well as to what they want to see and what industries they want to use it for, etc. So we can add.
Physical seems to be coming back in vogue. Get a free DVD or free plus shipping DVD. Yes. I reckon. I know a few people that would jump on that one.
Okay, DVDs. So not just the book cover kind of thing, but actual DVDs and like a video course, something like that as well.
Yeah. So a couple of different variations on the free lead magnet.
If I had a pencil right now, I would write it down, but it's recorded, so
it's recording. Yeah, you just need to rewatch to the 47-minute part.
Yeah.
Easy to remember.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so moving on. Any more questions there, Mike, before I move on to the next one?
No, it's fabulous.
Okay, so the next thing is building an actual campaign. And once again, for the more advanced users, this is probably going to look quite elementary and you probably want to have more control. But I would just say this, advanced, this can still help you save a ton of time just to get the campaign in there into AdWords. And once it's in there, you can go and fiddle, with the fancy settings. This will still be faster. And it works well with VeeRoll and finding the targets. You'll see that in a second. So here is the interface. So what this looks like is, well, it's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty similar to YouTube.
Yeah, give it a name. So I was going to call this Splashio test with Mike. And so give it a name, select the video ad. And so any of the videos that you've created using VeeRoll will show up in here. But if you want to, you can also use any YouTube video link from anywhere on YouTube. So if you're running them on your own channel, you just copy and paste the link in there, no problems. We do encourage people to use the VeeRoll ones because then we keep all the data together and it's just simpler and easier. But obviously, we want to give people that option.
Hey, I've just had a weird thought, and I don't yet know what the use case for this might be. Have you ever seen anybody grab someone else's video and use it as an ad for themselves?
Well, I haven't, but there's no reason why you couldn't do that. You could use, you could run views to any video on YouTube. That's
because it's the destination URL that matters,
right? So you could. I'm trying to think in which cases you'd do that. I mean, for starters,
well, if someone's got a really, really good ad, but they don't get to like the splash page says the only place that mentions who they are, what they do, and that's 2.5 minutes in, but they've got a killer first 30 seconds. You go,
and
I'll have that.
Especially if they say click here, or if they've got a button, click the button.
Yeah.
They're going to click the button and you're running it as an ad. It'll go to your website. I don't know what the ethics and stuff is with related to this.
I'm not saying that anyone should do that. I just was thinking in terms of,
you could. I mean, I don't see. There's no restrictions that I know of at the moment that doesn't allow you to do that. From the channel owner's point of view, or the video owner's point of view, I can't see why they wouldn't love you for it.
Their view count goes up.
View count goes up. What they might not like though is that you're using their likeness, I guess.
It's deceptive and misleading conduct. I don't think anybody on the call
Right.
should or would do that. I was just it just popped into my head when I saw this.
Yeah.
Which I've seen in YouTube, but it's never it's never clicked. It's just a video URL.
But here's what you could do if you want to
be yours.
Yeah, if you want to make sure and it for all we know it is above board and YouTube doesn't care, or AdWords doesn't care. What you could do is contact the video owner and say, hey, would you like me to send you a ton more views using YouTube video ads? And just in exchange for that, we just ask that we can run it as an ad and send traffic to our own website. You still get the views, but we then, we pay for those views for you. But as a kickback for us, we get traffic to our site.
But you could, if you could make it generic enough and still powerful, you could have a dozen pre-made. I mean, your builder is so bloody easy to use that I don't think you need to do it, but you could have a whole bunch of done things there that you go, slot, if you want one of these, slot in this URL here, and it will use that and send it to your website. I don't think that's needed because your video builder is fantastic. I can't believe I didn't know that was in there.
Okay. So when you say video builder, do you mean the video, the campaign
create
builder? Oh, the create one. Okay, yes. Yeah, sure.
Being able to create a video like that is gold.
It's pretty cool. All right, so then everyone should know this on the call, the display URL. So in my case, it's for my Splashio business. I'll just go to splashio.com, and I want to send people for the destination URL to my products page. Very interesting. No one actually sees the display URL with the in-stream ads. I might show somewhere on the link down the bottom, but it's kind of hidden.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it shows anywhere.
Right, it doesn't even show anywhere. But the destination one is the important one, that when people click on your video, that's where they go. So make sure you get that one right. Target list. So here you just go ahead and select all your targets, and we actually have 6 here. I'll include that channel there. Why not?
Okay.
I might actually not run this ad because this is obviously not a baseball video ad video that I have here, but I'll just show you just before I submit it, the whole process. From there you can figure out your daily budget. We normally start at about $20 for a test, depending on how active the market is. $20, and same thing here with the maximum CPV, which is your cost per view, how much you pay per view. If you have it at 20 cents, doesn't mean you will pay 20 cents. Depending once again on how active the market is, you might want to go a bit higher or lower depending on. In general, we start a bit higher, just to make sure we capture more, and then you can always go lower. And then
wind it down.
Exactly.
And just to reiterate, I know you said it right at the beginning, just in case someone didn't catch that, this is in-stream only, and so that's the reason you don't have the 2 bidding options there for in-display and in-stream, because it's just in-stream.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, we're just focusing on in-stream with this part of the. So absolutely right. Yeah.
Gold.
Now for the more ninja users, we have this little show options. We'll change it to advanced users so that people clicking on it will feel good about themselves.
Gamify.
And start date, we'll add the end date in here as well because we know that's important. But you can always change it inside AdWords if you wanted to. You can select language, countries. We normally, we do select the countries. By default, it just goes all countries, but you definitely want to make sure you select your country. So we like, for the more ninja AdWords, they'll know that it's probably better to just go 1 country per campaign. But you can do more as well if you wanted to. And then basically for everything else, this might go against your grain if you're more a seasoned. We leave everything else as is.
No, I agree. To begin with, you want the most data possible, and then optimize based on numbers rather than gut feel, which is
Okay.
what you're doing if you're picking it now. I mean, unless you've got an offer that really skews male or really skews female or really skews young, and even then, I'd always leave the unknown bit ticked in both of those. So,
sure.
if you're doing travel insurance for seniors, then you probably don't want to show to 18, 24-year-olds, but
Correct.
most of the time, I would do the same. I'd leave all of those ticked.
But even then, if you say, even if you're targeting a certain demographic, either male or female or a certain age, the thing with doing the video placements, and what works so well about them is that if someone is watching a video, that it's very highly likely that they're very targeted and they're very qualified.
That they're in that particular demographic anyway.
Correct.
So you don't have to then try and teach Google to suck eggs and say,
exactly,
only show people watching this video that are in this demographic, because
exactly. Yeah. And sometimes people don't put that data in there either, like they don't like putting in their age or that they're male or female. So
my understanding is that quite a lot of that data is inferred by Google, and we all know that it does not get it right. Certainly not 100% of the time.
Exactly.
The demo data is not as good as Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yet.
So that's why we just kind of leave everything else. Something that's important to note at the moment, and this may change very soon. And Mike, you might know more about that in 4 weeks' time, whatever. But the mobile bid modifier, we basically set that to a -100, which means we don't show our ads on mobiles at all, because at the moment the ads on mobile are not clickable. They sort of are, but it's there's a couple of things the user has to go through, so it's a bit contrived. So we just decided to just turn that off for now.
Yep.
And only show it on devices like a desktop where the video is clickable.
Yep.
So that's just a quick note there. But delivery method, we've been playing around with this a bit. It's default to accelerated, but we're gonna give people, maybe have a little note here, maybe we'll start with standard and then tell people if they want to get views quickly, they should change to accelerate.
That would be more in line with AdWords default settings.
The standard.
It is standard by default, right. And then you have to change.
Yeah. So. We changed it to accelerated because we found, just with video ads in particular, that when you set it to accelerated, you do tend to get the views easier. It seems to open it up. Yeah. It does something magical. But I think it depends also on the industry that you're in, how mainstream it is, and what kind of videos that you're targeting. So you maybe run a test, maybe set one with... It's exactly the same. We find the same within AdWords, where if we do have a campaign that is limited by budget, and we prefer that most of our clients are not, but if we have something that's limited by budget, even where you've got a reasonably high budget and the cost per click is a small portion of that. Obviously, if your cost per click is $20 and you've got a $30 a day budget, then everything's going to go screwy anyway. Right. But let's assume that everything is set up sensibly. That flicking across to accelerated can make a difference. It's odd. It shouldn't happen. Obviously, if you set it to standard, Google should space those impressions out during the day, but it does seem to get a little confused there. So it makes sense to me that you would start an accelerated, but I think, just from a safety point of view, if people are probably going to start their first VeeRoll campaign with a lowish budget, to then be sort of forcing all of those views to start at midnight and potentially run out mid-morning, that maybe sort of leave that one for the advanced crowd to change if they so choose. The only caveat with accelerated is that if you for some reason have a video placement in your placement lists that are quite unrelated and also mainstream, getting a lot of views, that video is probably going to pull a lot of the views, and so you just got to watch that. But we normally check at least within the first day to make sure that sort of thing, if it does happen, you just pause those videos.
That would be a nice setting in frequency capping, to be able to limit the number of times that your ad appeared before a particular video, at least to the same person, but even just to be able to say this video or any individual video no more than X number of times per day.
Right, and I think you might be able to set some of those
settings.
It's getting
a bit funky though, isn't it?
Yeah, you could be... you might be able to set that inside the AdWords interface. I remember that you can certainly decide how many times you want to show to a user,
To a user. I think that's the only option. Yeah.
But not necessarily per video. So, but we are working on some things there to help you, make your lists even more targeted. So that's all coming up in the near future. I don't want to say too much about that. We don't publish our future features anymore because we don't want other people, competitors in particular, to know what we're up to.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. I know you do have a few these days.
Yeah.
Well on the radar now.
Yes. All right. So so back to the campaign builder. So it didn't take much to build that. So what we do now is you click on the little export campaign button, and it'll think a little bit and then create a little text file or text CSV kind of file. And I'm just going to see where that's saved. So here it is. So we've just saved that into downloads. And so there's Splash Your Test with Mike. Now all we got to do is hit the blue button this time, so step 2. And that, if you're already logged into AdWords and you've activated your account for video campaigns, it should take you to the right place. If you haven't got your account activated yet, you can just go to set up a normal campaign and just set up a normal. Just go through the normal steps of setting a campaign, but select a video as the campaign, and then instead of actually saving the campaign, you just hit cancel, and then it'll normally activate it for you. But you want to get to this page here where it says all video campaigns, and you see this bulk upload button. So you click on that. We skip the first 2 steps, go straight to step 3, choose file, and go to our downloads folder, sort it by most recent. There it is. And then if I hit open, that will do a scan and look at the file, and there you can see it's now pulled in 976 placements for us. It would be a channel if that particular channel is actually it'll have that channel in there in any case. Now you notice here we don't have the, what was that number, Mike? 1,200 and...
Yeah, crossover presumably between those top videos in each target or something like that.
Exactly, yeah. So we get rid of the duplicates for you.
Yeah, lovely.
So if you now hit start import, which I'm not going to, it'll import that campaign into AdWords, ready for review by the AdWords team. And then depending on where you are, it normally takes about an hour for me to get them approved if your landing page and everything else is compliant. I was going to say obedient, but compliant. It'll get approved, and you'll start getting views and clicks to your ad.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the platform, and we also have training and stuff, obviously, in the. So maybe I'll just quickly show that. Inside the platform, we have under the Learn section, there's a quick start guide, script writing guide. We've got a whole video ads course as well, and just specifically focusing on in-stream video ads. We've got these expert interviews as well. Actually, Mike, now that I've got you on the call, I'd love to interview you for this series.
Of course.
And we just get the world's best in here. And so our members get access to all these interviews as well. And every now and then we do a live training session as well. That's very similar to what you're watching right now, except it'll be live. Where it'll be either just me, or me with someone else. We run a live session to our members, and also get people to call in with Skype. We talk people on Skype on video, which is pretty cool.
So 2 questions.
Sure.
1, how do PPC Savvy members get hold of this? Because I think you've put together some rather nice pricing for us. What's the deal?
Yeah, all right. So we do have something special that I'm pretty sure we don't have this specific one anywhere else for anyone else. So you're kind of lucky, Mike. And I'm not just saying this. The reason why we have it like this, because we don't want to kill ourselves at the moment.
Yeah, no.
But let me share that with you. If you go to a link called VeeRoll.com/Mike. So VeeRoll.com/Mike. It'll take you to a special pricing page, which is to the normal pricing page. The prices don't change, but what we've done here is, for each of the different plans, we have a number of video credits that you get per month. So that means the number of videos that you can get created each month using the VeeRoll platform. You can use those videos as many times as you want for as many campaigns as you want. There's no limitation on that, but it's just the actual video creation part of it that gets limited. So for
very fair. So all the targeting that you showed, all of that, that's all unlimited on all the plans. That's amazing.
yeah, it's unlimited. We
Wow.
might have to limit it in the future.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think we'll keep that open.
I think my guys might be hammering that really soon. But,
Right. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be watching usage.
yeah.
Don't use it too much.
Check this cohort in your
Yeah.
analytics,
Yeah.
surely. Yeah. That's cool. Wow.
So what we'll do for your members, Mike, is on this page, for you guys, we'll double those credits, and we haven't put a time limit on it on this. Normally we have a time limit on this, but
It's just a fair use policy applies.
a fair use policy, so it'll double the video credits. The starter one is you get everything's unlimited except for the video ads, but we do use the VeeRoll logo on as the watermark, and you can't upload your own logo, and also a bit of we provide some priority support for the other accounts. The pro one is we double it to 20 credits per month, and you can upload your own logo. We remove the watermark. We've got some priority email support. And then for the agency one, if you want to do this for clients and build your agency with this, that one we go from 40 to 80 video credits per month, and then we just remove all the limitations for that account.
Look, I mean most of the guys in PPC Indeed agencies. I mean, there's a few people running things in house for their own business, but most agencies at that price, you need one client doing this to justify it. I mean, never mind the dozen that you're going to pick up, because no agencies are offering this. So few. It's just a little geeky corner of a geeky corner of IM experts at this point. It's if you're watching this, jump on this as an agency. It will make you stand out. Your clients will love it. They love seeing themselves. And now you've solved the hardest part, which is creating videos. You can charge your clients to create the videos. You can charge them to set up the campaigns. You can charge them to manage this ongoing. I think if you're in PPC Savvy, you would have seen the case study I did for Dale Beaumont. We got him leads for in an industry that was $5.50 a click. We got leads for $3. So
Pretty good.
you want to be doing this for clients, to at least have this as another arrow in your quiver, as it were, tool in the toolbox and all that. Awesome. Thank you for passing on that deal. We will keep that link quiet. The second question I had, unless you had anything else that you were going to say around that.
I don't think so. So just the reason why we don't have this sort of thing public, we do have different offers that we do with different partners from time to time, and they're normally limited in time. For this one, we may. And I'm just being completely honest.
Sure,
we may
you may have to. Yeah.
And the only reason is because at the moment it's a manual process for us to create those videos, and so we've just got to make sure we don't kill our team.
No, I fully understand, and I'm sure that everybody watching does too. So.
Okay, cool. But that's it. Yeah, for that one.
Second question was, what's the most ninja thing that you haven't shown us yet?
Most ninja. Ooh, okay. We haven't even talked about remarketing.
Okay.
So I guess that would fall under the ninja category, would it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Will do.
All right. So with the remarketing thing, just for those of you guys who haven't come across this yet, you can do remarketing on YouTube video ads as well, but it's on YouTube, right? So it's not it's different to the normal remarketing that you get on web pages or on Facebook. So this is specifically within the YouTube ecosystem. So you could and this is why it really makes sense to build your own channel as well, your own organic channel with actual videos on there, building an audience, building a subscriber base, building your own organic views. But what I do recommend is to build it organically, but to complement it with paid video ads. And the reason why you want to do this is because you can build these remarketing lists inside your AdWords account. Actually, I can show you the interface for that for people if you want to see where that happens. So if we just cancel that out. So inside your AdWords account for video, you got to make sure you're in all video campaigns for starters. And then there's a little one called video remarketing lists. And this is pretty cool. Now, you can build remarketing lists here based on, subscribers, people who subscribe to your channel, people who's watched a video on your channel, people who's watched a particular group of videos, if you want it, or a playlist. You can have people who, I'm not sure if I've got it in here. Let me create a new one so you can see all the different options. It's really awesome.
Comments.
Yeah.
Like and dislike.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, say for example, you want to build a remarketing list of people that are just super engaged. You go for the commented one. If they've left a comment on your video, that's as engaged as you can get with the video, pretty much. Or even if they've shared it, if they're sharing it, they love you. You can build.
I like to lump those the three of the bottom four together there. So liked, commented, shared.
Right.
I figure any of those, decent engagement. I want to bid those up a bit.
Exactly. So very engaged with that, and you can build these lists inside your YouTube channel. You can also have you can have heaps of channels hooked up to your account, so it doesn't just have to be one. So if you're doing this for clients, for example, you can do it for them as well through there. You just got to get their permission and things like that. Very, very cool. And the other cool thing, of course, is that you can build similar lists. So for example, let's see if there's any good ones here. Here we go. I was looking for these bigger numbers. So let's see this one. I want to get this good example. Yeah, so I think this one. So this is for like our VeeRoll channel, right? So we've got a little bit of videos there. At the moment, we've built a remarketing list of 6,600 people. For anybody who's watched a video on that channel. Let me just see. Yeah, viewed any video on the channel. But now look at the one below it. It's called similar to viewed any video on that channel. And look at the list that's been built for that. We've got a remarketing list of 610,000 people, and that's just been built in the last 30 days. So this is almost like building an email list. It's obviously not quite the same, but what's so cool about this is that instead of targeting videos, you're targeting individuals, which is pretty damn cool. And if you've got the budget, you can get pretty much instantly. If you've got a big enough budget and you can get the views out there quick enough, you can get to them faster, say, than maybe a normal in-stream just video placement kind of targeting. So that's that is I think there's a lot to it there, and there's a lot of other stuff. I think I haven't seen the actual case study, but with Digital Marketer, I heard through the grapevine what they do is they create a blog post, and I'm assuming they do this for YouTube as well, and they might have a YouTube video on that blog post that they then drive paid advertising to. And then from that, they build a remarketing list. And then from there, they advertise to those people to sell their products. That's my understanding of how they do it. We haven't done it ourselves. I've just heard through the grapevine people like Digital Marketer are doing things like that. So that's pretty ninja, I guess. Very nice. There's a whole world of opportunity here with the remarketing stuff as well.
Oh, it is huge, and it is very, very early days there. I think one thing, so it works both ways. That's what I love about the YouTube remarketing. It's not only can you build new remarketing lists on YouTube, but you can also choose to only show your in-stream to people that are on one of your remarketing lists that you've built over in AdWords. Yes. So even if that's just your all site visitors 30 days or similar to your buyers, because you've presumably by this point you've been watching all the videos in PPC Savvy, you've got buyers over in AdWords, you've probably got a similar list over there. You can choose to just show your in-stream videos just to those people. And then, if you want to go super ninja, do this on the back of that. People that then saw those and then commented or shared. I mean, it's just, you can keep going around in circles here, can't you?
Yes. It's, for me, Mike, the key thing online is if there's one keyword that sums up the requirement or the main requirement for success online it's probably two things: attention and then engagement from your audience. And so when you look at this remarketing thing, this is a really nice way to engage people because they're qualified, they're pre-qualified, and then because they see you again on video and it's such an engaging medium, naturally they're gonna want to say, hey, I saw that video, or I've seen that guy, now he's got a video, or he's got a follow-up video, I better watch it. it can make a massive difference for the engagement thing. If you've got an engaged audience, you can move them to action. And and maybe this is something that's worth testing. I haven't tried it, but it's just an idea that popped into my head because the engagement thing came up. Is I've been doing live events on YouTube very regularly, and I just wonder if you were to send paid YouTube traffic to a live event, a YouTube live event, or a Google Hangout, that's a bit easier for people. The audience you get on a live event or a YouTube Google Hangout, those are the most engaged audience. Like they sit there and watch you for like 1 or 2 hours, right, non-stop. Now imagine if you have a remarketing campaign for only those people. I could only imagine the sort of magic you can do with that. So, you're running a launch, you run a live event or a Google Hangout, then as a follow-up saying, hey, here's the offer again, blah, blah, blah. And it goes exactly out to those same people who watched you on the live thing.
Yeah.
Would that work? What do you reckon? I haven't tried it.
I reckon it would. You might bonus it up in the remarketing sequence afterwards for those people that by definition watched but didn't take up your offer. I'm just thinking through. You said send paid traffic to it. I know you meant in advance, but I was just also thinking in terms of just before and while it's on. Imagine if you can just crank up traffic, quite a broad targeting and pushing people straight to that live YouTube while it's on even. And pushing people into that for the first half hour that it's on, and all these people sort of just bumping into it. And, hey, here's this thing already going with huge value there. That would be an interesting one to try too.
Yeah, I reckon. That's a good one. So there's a lot of exciting stuff there that you can do, and we with VeeRoll we continuously add stuff to it. Just so you know, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming up.
Cool.
And as we grow, we just keep on serving our users and making sure they're 100% happy and more than happy.
I just want to reiterate the power of the video creator part that you have, because with remarketing, it's critical to mix up your remarketing ads to hit people with different styles of remarketing ads, so it's not all the same. So if you can create 3 or 4 different videos in here, chuck in a couple of piece to camera videos, even if they're just crappy quality iPhone type stuff, you got a bunch of different styles now. It's going to reduce the creepy. It's going to be less obvious to people that they're being followed, but you're also hitting them with a bunch of different modalities, a bunch of different style of message, because we don't know which one is going to jump out for them. You might try case study versus testimonial versus you versus Gid's typewriter thing in there. Awesome to be able to create those ones so quickly and easily, and then get new credits every month at a bargain price. I think that's fabulous. Love it. I'm excited.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'd love to see your first video ad. And I have this standing competition with a friend of mine. He runs an agency as well, and we have every now and then he has a really good performing video ad that he has with a talking head, and I say, okay, let's run a template one against it, and normally it performs pretty well, so
let's see if we can beat it.
Yeah, that's right. So I'd love to see you use it as well, Mike, and see the sort of results you get from it too, and obviously the message that you use inside the video is crucial in making sure that you get that right too. Yes.
But being able to, so perceived difficulty of doing a piece to camera, test your script. You've got 20 credits a month on that program. Use 5 of them, use the same style, and create different videos, all push into the same place, and test those against each other. Test the script first, and then go do the piece to camera using the winning script. I mean, what a fantastic way to quickly figure out what might get you 300% the results.
Exactly.
Just that little tweak.
Fully.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, fully.
Thank you very much, sir. This has been absolutely fabulous. I'm sure all of our members are going to absolutely love this. VeeRoll.com/Mike. I'll stick a link to that on the page with this training, just so you've got it there. You got to take advantage of this. This is an absolute no-brainer. We are going to start using VeeRoll a heck of a lot more inside WebSavvy for our clients. I can promise you that. So yeah, don't get left behind. Get on this. Thank you, Gids. This has been absolutely fabulous.
You're welcome, Mike, and thanks for the awesome opportunity to talk to you and talk to your subscribers. I feel real honored and happy that I could be of service to you guys.
You are always of service, sir. It's fabulous, and you've built a killer product. Well done, congratulations on that. That's epic.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.